Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for June 9th, 2021. And here we go again. Coming our way via Twitter user Cameron Dudek. They sent in photos yesterday of yet another collision on the Disney Skyliner, again taking place in a station. This time the contact was made at the EPCOT station upon re-entry. We would assume no one was hurt, as the cast members at the station seemed pretty unaffected by the event, as if it happens often. Of course, this is far from the first time this has happened with the fairly new transportation system. The first incident was days into operation, the now infamous collision at the Riviera Resort Station. The most recent occurrence just a few weeks ago, you probably remember us talking about it here on the show, where guests could clearly see broken glass from the impact. No further details were made available about this particular incident. We know the line was down for quite a while. It was operating today, but these collisions are becoming more and more common, and to the point where the cast members don't really seem affected by them, which means there might be several of these that have happened that we don't even know about at this point. So Skyliner continues to be a problem, but that's kind of what happens when you take the lowest bid on things. JPEG. In the latest of an ongoing series of changes to address cultural sensitivity at the Jungle Cruise, the masks have been removed from the canoes of the former Pygmy welcoming party scene. Scene, of course, went under several changes already, with the spears and Pygmy hut already removed, the hut replaced with the boats and baits and bites shack. Over in the ambush scene, the second and third sets of attacking natives have been removed. That means they're all gone. There is no longer an ambush scene. It is lost to time. Of course, just last week we saw the debut of that boats and baits and bites thing, and as well the new trapped safari scene, which then, I know many of you were asking if it moves. It does move. In the last couple of days we've seen it finally start moving as well. So again, more new scenes coming. What they are, we don't know, because they really all haven't been announced. We'll see what happens. The past year or so has been a roller coaster of a journey for construction of Tron Light Cycle Run at the Magic Kingdom. Months and months ago, the building was sealed off from the elements as interior construction of the coaster was stalled. Last month, however, we saw set pieces being moved into and out of the building, indicating construction had resumed inside. Scaffolding then went up around the coaster's entrance to the building, and we're now seeing crew members reopen the grid. That's right. So you're seeing that paneling finally get removed where the coaster train will go back into the building. So I don't know. Maybe this is a good sign. Maybe next year. Maybe sooner than we thought for Tron Light Cycle Run. The Magic Kingdom. Disney, of course, has not given a date, but this is all very positive. Due to the pandemic, tram transportation at Walt Disney World parking lots was unavailable for a year. Well, it looks like Disney is preparing for that service to return, as we told you a couple weeks ago. But now we saw them actively setting up poles and chains in a tram loading area at EPCOT. This is the east side of the EPCOT entrance, where guests would queue up to board a tram and disembark from trams. No return date has been announced for the service, but having extra cast members available to set up this queue means you probably called back more parking attendants, and you would have staff available to run the trams. So sometime soon, towards the beginning of this summer, we expect the trams to return. The classic rope drop experience has returned to Walt Disney World's theme park, starting at EPCOT. It started yesterday, where guests were allowed into the entrance area at 10 a.m., but then held to either side of Spaceship Earth. EPCOT does not officially open until 11 now. No physical distancing was enforced, and at 10:20 a.m., guests were allowed further into the park around the construction site in the center, and then eventually they were let go, like old times, to all rush en masse to their first destination. Playgrounds are beginning to reopen at Walt Disney World as health and safety guidelines are rolled back. The Space Base at Epcot's Mission Space and one of the Liquid Layer interactive fountain areas have reopened. Space Base is located at the exit of Mission Space in the Advanced Training Lab. The space-themed playground is full of tunnels for kids to climb through. There's no distancing markers or posted rules, so things pretty normal there. The rest of the Advanced Training Lab remains closed. Near Mission Space, the Liquid Layer provides a splash pad for kids and adults to cool off in the Florida sunshine. The other Liquid Layer on the path between Future World and World Showcase is still closed and behind walls. Yesterday was World Oceans Day, as established by the United Nations. To celebrate, Mickey Mouse was scuba diving in the seas at Epcot like old times, appearing to guests checking out the aquarium. Mickey was in full scuba gear, waving to guests and giving them air hugs. Though separated by glass is the closest guests have been able to get to Mickey since the parks reopened with physical distancing last July. This should be a regular thing. This is, in the early days of the Living Seas was always a thing, and it is such a delight and a thing people will remember their entire lives. It's a thing that should be offered regularly, not just on special days. The newest Tiny World Magic Shot available through PhotoPass is at the entrance of EPCOT. Guests can be on top of the world in this magic shot, which captures Spaceship Earth and the new EPCOT flags in the background. Other Tiny World Magic Shots are available near It's Tough to Be a Bug at Animal Kingdom and outside Star Tours, Disney's Hollywood Studios. We recently reported that the Patina Restaurant Group was hiring staff for the upcoming Space 220 restaurant at EPCOT. Space 220, of course, will be located next to Mission Space as an expansion of the pavilion in the new World Discovery neighborhood. Now the company is reporting that Space 220 is set to open this fall. This, of course, is not the first or second time we've had an opening time frame for the restaurant, nor the first time Patina has listed jobs for it. So don't hold your breath, but this fall, maybe, we will get to go finally to Space 220. For foodies and wine lovers out there, the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival will return on July 15th. We've now got a look at the merchandise you can expect to score. The event is sponsored by Corksicle, so it's fitting you should be able to pick up some festival-themed water bottles and stemless wine glasses. Along with that, you could also doll up your home and yourself with kitchen essentials and apparel. For sophisticated touch, you can get the Belle Be Our Guest collection, offering themed apparel, measuring cups, and more, featuring Belle, Chip, Lumiere, and Cogsworth. Anyone can cook with the Remy Shakes Things Up collection, featuring a wine red color palette, Her Universe apparel, kitchen essentials, and an ornament. And for baking enthusiasts out there, you'll be able to find a headband, spirit jerseys, and a pie dish from the Apple Orchard collection. Meanwhile, the Figment Passholder collection offers a bevy of exclusive Figment-themed apparel and home decor. You can also find other characters such as Belle and Chef Remy featured on Passholder tumblers. Tangerine Cafe has been closed in Morocco as part of the takeover of the pavilion, but is set to reopen this summer. In fact, it will reopen as part of the Food and Wine Festival. You may remember a couple days ago on the show, we told you a global marketplace will share the name of Tangerine Cafe. Well, that's because Tangerine Cafe is opening as a marketplace. It'll be renamed Tangerine Cafe Flavors of the Medina, and so this will be the first time a festival kiosk is inside an existing restaurant, not either its own outdoor kiosk or part of World Showplace. This is a historic moment for the festival. So you'll be able to go into what used to be a counter service restaurant and find a food and wine location. Again, it will open with the festival on July 15th. The cute and delicious Fruit Loop shake from Sunshine Griddle at Epcot has had a bit of a makeover. It's now yellow. Don't worry, it's supposed to be. What was a blue drink is now, again, yellow. It was green, apparently, a couple weeks ago, too. We didn't even notice. It's still topped with a generous helping of Fruit Loop cereal, and according to the Sunshine Griddle cast members, the shake will rotate through all the different Fruit Loops colors before the festival is over. So make sure you check it out. I think it's a fun, cute thing. I love this shake. You can read our review. Of course, full reviews of every single marketplace at the Flower and Garden Festival are up at WDWNT.com if you're ever wondering what you should try. We do this for every single festival. So if you ever want guidance as to what you should get, what you shouldn't, make sure you check out the site. With Walt Disney World no longer requiring masks in most outdoor locations and the mask mandate now lifted in Orange County, select face masks are now on sale for buy one, get one free. We spotted the sale at Mouse Gear at Epcot. The sale applies to Disney-branded masks that are regularly $9.99, so it wouldn't apply to the Spirit Jersey ones. Additional discounts such as pass holder discount also apply. Celebrate the premiere of the new Disney Plus Marvel series Loki with a mousse dome cake from Amaret's Patisserie, Disney Springs. Amaret's has made cakes for WandaVision and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so we're not surprised. Thor's brother is now celebrated in cake form. The Loki Mousse Dome Cake is a lemon chiffon cake with dulce mousse, green apple gelée, and a salted caramel crisp pearl topping. It's available for $9. You can read the full review on our website. I hope many of you have watched Loki. I thought the first episode was very good. I liked it. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. Ohana at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort will be reopening July 9th, and Sebastians Bistro at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort will be reopening on June 24th. Bookings for Ohana will be available this Thursday, June 10th. Both and all you care to enjoy breakfast and dinner will return, but no characters will appear at breakfast or dinner. They did appear at breakfast before, so I felt the need to clarify that. A strolling musician will entertain guests at dinner, though, like old times. Breakfast will include pineapple coconut breakfast bread, Stitch and Mickey Mouse waffles, and breakfast skillets with ham, sausage, and breakfast potatoes. Where things get a little dicey are the dinner changes. They will now include a grilled beef steak, roasted chicken, sausage, and island shrimp casserole served with fried rice and roasted broccolini. Ohana pot stickers, crispy soy chicken wings, and the signature bread pudding served warm with caramel sauce and vanilla ice cream are all back. You know what's not back? The noodles. This is a problem. I don't know if many of you remember Noodlegate. It was a couple years ago. We covered it. The noodles vanished from Ohana. They replaced them with rice, and people were livid to the point where they had to bring back the noodles. We, in fact, went to get photos of the rice, and that night the noodles returned, and we were like the first people to get them. It was very exciting. This is unacceptable, and not just for noodles. And someone yelled the other day, they're like, why didn't you yell about Boo Bash prices? You yell about everything else. And I said, I try to pick things that matter. And honestly, based on Boo Bash ticket sales, that didn't matter. People are going to book that. This is a case where we've all got to take a stand for Ohana. We need the noodles. No one wants this shrimp casserole. And honestly, based on the photos, these look like financial cutbacks on the quality of the food across the board. None of those other items look as good as they used to look. This cannot stand. Ohana is one of the most beloved restaurant experiences in all of Disney World. I'm glad the pot stickers and the wings and the bread pudding are still there, but with no noodles especially, you got rid of the shrimp, you made this casserole no one wanted, you don't have the skewers. This is not Ohana. And I think Disney needs to be shamed a little bit. I think for sure. So go say something on social media. It was even trending yesterday. So if you think usually we're not heard in these situations, this is one of those situations where even people who only visit every few years know that restaurant, know that menu, and are very upset. Another way I think we can support this, and a shirt I wear all the time and love, is Carousel of Products Ohana Means Noodle shirt, which we made hoping for the eventual return of the restaurant, and we thought this would be a cute thing to wear. But now it's kind of a protest shirt. So you can get it at carouselproducts.com. I will be wearing mine on the first day back if the noodles are not brought back. I'll wear it no matter what, whether the noodles are there or not. But in protest, I will be wearing this shirt on July 9th when I go back to Ohana. So it's a great way to let people know that the noodles are wanted and should be saved. Or so should the rest of the menu, for that matter. But again, carouselproducts.com if you want to pick one up. Meanwhile, at Sebastians Bistro at Caribbean Beach, they'll reopen on June 24th with nightly walk-in availability through July 4th. Bookings for July 5th will be available also on June 10th. Guests dining at Sebastians can enjoy buttery house-baked pull-apart rolls, and then the Taste of the Caribbean sampler, which is new, featuring oven-roasted citrus chicken, slow-cooked pork with mango sambal, and grilled flank steak with mojito relish. The platter comes with sides of cilantro, rice and beans, vegetable curry, and grilled broccolini. Coconut shrimp can also be ordered as an add-on to the meal. Dessert is a coconut pineapple bread pudding, which they've tested in recent weeks, and we thought it was pretty good. Wasn't bad. So Sebastian's Bistro opened, and our initial review was not great. We then went back after the first menu change, and the restaurant was fantastic. So much so that we started going once every week or two. Same as Sanaa. I try to go Sanaa every 2 weeks. And this is another one of those restaurants we went to constantly. I'm very sad about this menu change because the jerk chicken was unreal, and there was a lot of other great stuff on that revamped menu. So I hope this is as good. I'll give it a shot, but I'm worried that they also might have nuked the Sebastian's menu. We'll see what happens. Cast members were seen training for the possible reopening of the Davy Crockett's Explorer canoes at Disneyland. The canoes have been closed since Disneyland closed in March of 2020. These canoes are free-floating and powered entirely by guests. Seat up to 20 guests usually, but it's likely less will be seated when it does return. 2 cast members always sit at the fore and the aft of the canoes and are able to paddle them without significant guest help. 9 cast members were working this particular canoe. That's not normal, but a reopening date has not yet been announced, but obviously cast members are called back, so it's soon. Several restaurants are also reopening this month at Disneyland and California Adventure. Travelers to Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland could say Bright Suns to Oga's Cantina, reopening June 17th. If you miss your Jet Juice or Fuzzy Tauntauns, bookings for Oga's open on the 14th. Over at Disney California Adventure, get ready for indulgent French toast and plant-based potato flautas as brunch returns on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, only on July 9th at Lamplight Lounge. Reservations will open on June 14th. We have a full review of that brunch if you're interested. If you're not interested in that, you can book Wine Country Trattoria starting June 14th for its July 17th reopening for a classic dinner. From steak to spaghetti, you can enjoy delicious dishes paired with a perfect wine. As well, the Tiki Juice Bar, the Docking Bay Food and Cargo, Alien Pizza Planet, and Rancho del Zocalo are all reopening on June 17th at Disneyland. The new Disney Plus series Loki officially debuted today. We already mentioned that. But at California Adventure, they're also getting in on the fun as Loki will now be seen clad in his Time Variance Authority prisoner outfit in Avengers Campus. The God of Mischief was flanked by two TVA officers in tactical gear in the TikTok that Disney put out. By the time you're watching this, we're hoping to have actual video footage and photos. If it did debut today in Avengers Campus, we do have a reporter there. So either you're looking at the TikTok Disney put out or our own photos and video right now. Hopefully the latter, because we want to know if those TVA agents were actually with them or not. Our spider sense was tingling, so we had to listen to our intuition and go pick up some of the brand new web tech add-ons to go along with our new spider bot that debuted recently in Avengers Campus. These add-ons can be used during your ride on Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure. You can watch a full ride through using those add-ons right here on our YouTube channel. But one thing we wanted to try, we had a feeling that maybe the web tech stuff and the spider bot interacted, and they do. So if you want to see what happens if you shoot your web tech at your spider bot, there is a video of that as well right here on our YouTube channel. Check it out. It's kind of fun. As Disneyland Paris prepares to reopen on June 17th, work continues on the refurbishment of Sleeping Beauty Castle. Like Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris is celebrating a milestone anniversary as the resort will celebrate its 30th year next year. Cast members participated in a Part of My Castle virtual event where they wrote over 2,000 messages to celebrate the magic of Disneyland Paris. The messages were about the magic they've discovered during their tenure, their commitment to creating a one-of-a-kind experience for fellow cast and guests, and words of hope and encouragement to all those who will follow in their footsteps. The letters were locked in a case and placed in a turret on Sleeping Beauty Castle. The turret was installed onto the castle, sealing the letters inside forever. This is a very cute thing. I like this better than when they signed the beam. This seemed like a cuter thing. Disneyland Paris debuted a new commercial for Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel. After a delay due to the pandemic, the highly anticipated new hotel will open to guests on June 21st. While it does not provide a significant amount of new information about the hotel, the commercial does give us an insight to the New York style and does provide a fun teaser. It's worth a watch. You can watch it at WDWNT.com. Don't forget, starting on June 21st, we will have coverage of the opening of Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel. We also will have extensive coverage of the reopening of Disneyland Paris starting on June 15th with the pass holder previews. So stay tuned for that. I can't say more yet, but I think it's going to be a fun time. Announced yesterday via Instagram, Shanghai Disneyland Park is bringing Mickey's Storybook Adventure to the Walt Disney Grand Theater. This live show is a clone of the Mickey and the Wondrous Book Show from Hong Kong Disneyland, which, by the way, is fantastic. And so this is a great addition. Love that show. It'll feature Mickey Mouse, Goofy, and Olaf as they set off on an adventure to return Olaf to his section of a magical storybook that brings Disney characters and their stories to life. Performances will begin on June 16th, the park's anniversary. It is such a good show. Such a good show. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next trip. The best part, their services are free. Hotel, park tickets, dining, and more. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And be careful in the Skyliner. Apparently, it's somewhat dangerous.
Ink and Paint celebrates the voices of women talking about what it means to be a Disney fan. Co-hosts Ashley Jasmer and Jill Diffendahl will join a panel of female Disney fans to discuss topics ranging from Disney princesses as role models, to raising Disney kids, to park-going preferences. Join us every other Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on the WDWNT Entertainment Channel for lively discussion, stories, and debate about living your best Disney lifestyle.